V2 rockets. They're a lot easy to get than a lot of people give them credit for. And out of all my experiences and all my years playing Call of Duty, here's a tier list on how I would rank every single game-ending kill streak or score streak. Realistically, not all of these end the game, but it's the nuke kill streak in every single game. And a lot of people think Vanguard is pretty hard to get V2 rockets, but honestly, it's not that hard whatsoever. In some cases, I get V2 rockets without even thinking about it. And I have some tips and tricks for you guys that should hopefully, in theory, help you guys get more V2 rockets in the future. And of course, some players aren't going to be as naturally skilled at Call of Duty than some others. For me, who has a decade plus of experience in the game, it's pretty simple for someone like me. But maybe for a person who picked up the game in Modern Warfare or Cold War, a kill streak like this is going to be pretty hard to do. I think everyone that plays Vanguard knows what a V2 rocket is. It's a 25 kill streak where your kill streaks don't actually count towards it. However, equipment and melees do. So it is literally 25 kills in a single life. But if you think about it mathematically, I think it's like getting 2.015, whatever the decimal is, of the local intel and the ball turret gunner in a single life. So if you can get 2 ball turret gunners in a single life, that's your nuke. That's how easy it is. Plus 1 extra kill in there. But the best game mode by far is Control because you have static spawns. That means if you're spawn trapping an enemy's team, they're not automatically going to start spawning in a completely different location of the map. And for those who aren't good at predicting and anticipating where enemies are going to be spawning, sometimes when spawns flip, enemies can get up behind you and kill you. And I think we all know how bad Call of Duty spawns can be sometimes. Depending on a map, an enemy could spawn 3 feet behind you and then your streak's over. But with Control, it is static spawn. So if you're looking for easy nukes, Control is definitely the playlist to do it in. But what I can say is just stay alive as long as possible and get as much kills. Get comfortable with the game. I'm not gonna lie, if you're new to the series and new to Call of Duty and just not a good player in general, you're not just gonna pick up your controller and get a nuke just by trying to stay alive. You actually have to have good gun skill. Some people use meta weapons like the bar or just any weapon that's really strong in the game, honestly, to get nukes or I guess V2 rockets in the game. And for me personally, I think I have a V2 rocket with almost every single gun in the game. Me and my Discord, link in the description by the way, have been tracking my V2 progress, and I think I only have to get V2 rockets with shotguns and pistols. And then I've gotten a V2 rocket with every single gun in the game. The only downside to Vanguard in terms of V2 rockets is there's no calling card like there was in Modern Warfare 2019 for getting a V2 rocket, and there's no Dark Ops challenge where you can get a secret calling card in Vanguard for getting a V2 rocket with, I think in Cold War it was 21 nuclears that you had to get with different weapons, but there's no challenge when it comes to V2s in the game. So for those that want to get V2s, it's fun to pub stomp a lobby. There's no reward other than winning the game and then having the satisfaction that you just nuked a lobby. But yeah, no reward for it whatsoever. It's just a lot of fun to do. And it's a pretty obtainable thing to do in Vanguard as well. I can't speak for him personally, but one of my friends, his name is Josh, he isn't the best Call of Duty player, and I don't think he will deny that statement whatsoever. And he recently started playing Control and grinding the atomic camo. And I think it was his first day on, and we were sitting in a Discord call, and in one of his first games, he was on like a 23 kill streak and was 2 kills off of a nuke. And he probably choked and died in a really dumb way because he knew he was close to the nuke. And here's a word of advice for those that are getting close to a V2 rocket, or you realize that, hey, I have 20 kills right now in a single life and I haven't died recently. I'm 5 kills away from a V2 rocket. And this sounds counterproductive. Don't think about the V2 rocket. Don't think about how many kills you have left until you have your V2, because I promise you, the more you think about it, the more you're gonna make a mistake. It's basic psychology. If I tell you not to think about me and your mom going on a date, the very first thing that pops in your head is me and your mom going on a date. And that's just the basic psychology. If you're 3 kills off of a V2 rocket, you're going to be focused on getting 3 kills. That's all you're going to be thinking about. The more you think about how many kills you have left, your brain's going to go that way instead of focusing on good positioning, staying alive. And that's really where you see the separation between good players and bad players. Good players are able to realize, hey, I'm 3 kills off. I need to focus on getting 3 kills, but I have to do it in a smart manner that's not putting me in a dangerous situation where I'm going to turn the corner and the enemies are going to be spawning there. You're probably going to play it a little bit safer, but you're not going to freeze up like a less skilled player in the game. Because I noticed that happen a lot with new players or less skilled players in the game. The closer they get to a V2 rocket, the more they freeze up and get nervous. It's the exact same psychology as getting bloodthirsties for the atomic camel grind. The more you focus on getting 5 kills in a single life, the more you almost make it more difficult for yourself. If you're a good experienced player, then you can sit down and focus on getting V2 rockets. If you are a new or less experienced player in the game, don't go into a game expecting to get a V2 rocket, because if you go in with that expectation, you are going to screw yourself royally and you're not going to get a V2 rocket. And it's all a learning experience too. When you first start grinding V2 rockets in Vanguard or just any other nuke streak in Call of Duty, at the very start, you're not going to be very good at it. And with more experience and more time put into grinding a V2 rocket or grinding a nuke kill streak, the better at it you're going to be. From a kid who is playing on his PS3 and trying to get tactical nukes and Modern Warfare 3 Moabs, it takes a lot of experience to get this consistent at getting V2 rockets. You probably noticed the background gameplay 9 times out of 10 in Vanguard for the past month has had a V2 rocket. That's just because my extreme talent, handsomeness, and great thumb muscles get me V2 rockets like nobody's business. But at the end of the day, it's all just experience too, right? Like, the more time you play in the game, the better you're gonna get. The better you get, the easier V2 rockets are gonna be. And yeah, for someone with my experience, V2 rockets are a breeze. You look at a channel like me, or you look at a channel like Seabass, or any other Vanguard content creator that does pub stomping gameplay, all of us drop V2s consistently, and with a little bit of effort, I think V2 rockets in Vanguard are extremely easy to do. But right now, a lot of people are still focused on that atomic grind, and I think that's kind of like the next step for most players as well, is once they're done the atomic grind, then it's time to pub stomp and get good at the game. With that being said, that's the video for today. I'm about to head out. I was gonna mention this earlier in the video, but I think we all know daily uploads aren't working on the channel right now because I'm uploading every few days right now. School is just really busy. I have like 4 or 5 weeks of school left, and then I'm done school for the 2020 winter semester, and then videos will be a lot more consistent. So yeah, thanks for all the support as well, especially with gamer subs. You guys have been showing them love, and by showing them love, you guys help support me in the channel as well. And there's been a lot of you guys supporting me, and I'm not really good with words, so I can't really think of a way to say this. I can't think of a beautiful rose tinted glasses way to say this, but thank you guys. With that being said, code WILD 10% off. And if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.